In this video, we're going to be installing the full spectrum module heater in this 4-person Luxo sauna. This particular model has the IEC plug, which utilizes the existing IEC heater plugs in the ceiling to connect into the existing control system. So what we're going to do to mount this is first of all drill a hole in the ceiling to poke our cable through, and then we're going to fix it into the roof sheet through the cedar and the ply using these steel brackets, which are accessible either side of the glass of the full spectrum. So to fit that off, we're going to use some pan head screws and a long Phillips bit on our driver. So the first step will be to drill a hole in the ceiling, and so based on our IEC plug, that's about 32mm at its max, so we're going to do a 40mm hole in the ceiling panel, but we're going to need to make sure that it's going to sit directly behind that. So the first step will be to take our heater, take it inside the sauna and sit it up against the roof where we're going to install it, keeping an eye on centering it above the door and then getting an idea of where our hole is going to need to be, which is directly above the cable coming out of the heater itself. So once you've got that idea, you'll take the heater down, grab your hole saw and shoot a hole through. So with our pan head screws within reach, our screwdriver or drill with the long Phillips drill bit, we're going to take our heater up to the ceiling with our new hole, making sure our cable's ready and stretched out. Poke the cable through the ceiling, getting all the extra length in there. Now with the cable in position, you want to center that on your door, square it off with the corner of the room. Get your drill, pop your pan head screws, and they're going to fit through the gap either side of the heater and through our metal bracket. You just screw that straight in to the cedar and the ply. If you're worried about the weight, you can always back block where the screws are going to be. Most of these portable saunas are a layer of cedar with ply on top. So now that it's screwed up, we can put 2 screws in each side. There should be 2 visible holes on the roof, and if you want it to be double sure, you can screw through into the wall panel. Alright, and that's fixed to the ceiling. The next step is going to be connecting the electricity. So now we're on the roof panel. We've got our cable from our heater. So we'll run that through. We've taken off the plywood ceiling already. We're going to run this close to one of the sockets that's coming off the power supply and going down the wall. So what we've got is a double-headed IEC splitter. So that will connect to the cable coming off the power supply, giving us 240 volts, and that will split it between our new heater, the full spectrum, and the one going down the wall. And so then we just tuck that inside any of the notches out of the timber, and we'll be able to put our plywood ceiling back on. Now that we've installed the full spectrum heater, there's nothing left to do but turn it on and enjoy it.